arena, and we are just now getting to the fun part where we start seeing things work, which is always nice. So basically the original vision for this game was for it to be kind of like a Hades-like magic casting roguelike, and the goal was to have it out in January. And so basically, as we have gone, I have realized that, like a lot of game devs, that my scope was way too big. So right now, what we have going is, I'm going to check my window settings here, make sure we do not want full screen right now. That was put on for when I sent this out to playtesters. So right now what we have is something that is not as good as Vampire Survivors, but kind of the same feel, with the spawning mechanics being outside of the camera. Unfortunately, what that does mean right now is I don't know what I was doing whenever I made this, so we are getting enemies spawning outside of the arena, so that's going to be something that we're going to have to fix. But because of things like that, I think that I cannot expand my scope very much bigger. So basically right now, the idea is to balance the spells that I have better. And that's basically what you've seen so far. I have a fireball, which is going to be your faster spammy attack. I have fire bomb, which does more damage, a little bit of a higher cooldown. We'll be able to see the cooldown on the UI down here eventually. But more damage, higher cooldown, and AoE, because AoE is always fun. Next we have this lightning attack, and I think I need to make that bigger. I think that will make that better, because the way I have this coded right now, you can't move while you're casting it. And then the last one that I think is going to be a highest cooldown, highest damage, is this wind attack that should just basically kill everything in its path. The other thing that I am super excited about in this game is this dash mechanic, which is basically a mark with your first projectile and then dash to and cause damage with your second projectile. So the way that looks, like that. Damage may need to be upped, may need to fix some stuff on that, just like with everything. But that is where we're at. So the idea is to balance these, have maybe one more enemy and a boss at a game objective. And I think for today, what my first focus is going to be is to update the player art to be what it's going to be in the final game. So for that, what I have, basically one of my issues that I was running into with this game is, for whatever reason, I cannot get my casting mechanic to work. So if you notice with the lightning, there should be a casting mechanic whenever you cast this, but there is not. The way that I'm getting that to trigger is, well, I was going through here, but that's not being used anymore because some of my playtesters wanted the ability to move while casting. That's not something that I originally had planned, but if that's what they want and that makes the game more fun to them, then definitely that's what we're going to do. So my thought was, okay, so if we're going to do that, how are we going to make this make sense when the character is running around? Because something needs to happen where they cast, and it's not going to make sense to have just a normal cast animation while they're running. So Admirin, the guy who I am getting all of my art from, actually I feel like maybe I should keep this over here. It's my first time recording or streaming anything like this, so But I know that a lot of people who do record and stream keep their files hidden, and I don't know why that is, but maybe we better not find out. So, let's see here. He just sent me a necromancer and a wizard, I think. Yeah, necromancer and a wizard. So what we're going to do is we're going to extract this. Also just upgraded to Windows 11, so I'm trying to find where everything is on these menus. Alright, so let's put this in downloads so that we can get rid of it if it's taking up too much space. And we want the updated wizard. What's the wizard FX look like? Okay, so that's like some casting sprites. Got a wizard idle. That'll be good. And then wizard move. My idea with the wizard here is he has this little ball following him around. And so we can use that orb as what the spells are casting from. Because the orb doesn't need a cast animation. He doesn't need to wave his hand or throw his staff or anything like that when he is casting a spell. So if we do that, then the moving while casting would make more sense. So let's get these two in here. We could use the attack as well, but then we would run into the same issue that I was having before. So let's update our animations here. Okay, so texture, we're going to want to probably do the idle here. So go into Sprite 2D, put in this idle, and then we're going to need to update the frame so that looks like 4x4. There we go. And for the idle, oh, fancy. We've got the whole 4-way directional movement. Okay, so that we'll probably need to update my animation tree as well if I want to use all of those. And it would make sense for us to use all of those. So let's use that as our reset here. So we want to update our texture. We want to update our H frames, our V frames, and our frame. Cool. 1 out of probably just 2 that we need to do, because we won't need the run, we'll just do the walk. So idle, let's put our idle in here again. We go 4x4. And just for the sake of ease, we can add in some more idle and movement animations later, but just to make sure that we're focusing on gameplay, let's just do one direction for idle and for movement for now. Okay, so we'll probably get rid of this. So then this is going to be about 0.4 seconds. Yeah, we're good to loop that as we're looking at here. Pretty dang quick. Okay, so let's double that. Oh, just that luck. Yeah, it looks fine. So we'll keep that. And then for our walk animation, we'll want to go here. Oh, that's funny. It didn't save the texture. Interesting. Okay, well, let's just update everything then. So we want 4 by 4, not 4 by 4. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Alright, so let's go ahead, start here and have everything reset because we didn't do that before. Whoops. Nope. So we got 4 horizontal, 6 vertical. What are we doing wrong here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six by 4. Whatever. Alright, so before we screw anything else up, let's go ahead and save these. Let's just make sure this doesn't mess up any of our frames. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so again, just for simplicity's sake, we're just going to do a 1 direction movement here. Delete these two. We'll say we're at 0.6 for now. So one problem here might be that it might not make sense for him to be walking that fast if that's our movement animation. Let's see if that looks goofy. Well, something's not right there. Alright. Walk. Visible, leave frames, dash sprite, visible, texture. What is our problem? We're still on the idle. That's our problem. Nope. Okay, so that is the move animation. We're just going to get my little reminders for the day down here. Price is lower than quality. Well, exorbitant contest W. Thank you for first time chat. I think I am good though. I'm gonna move this over here now. Oh, we're still going over here. That's cute. Alright, so let's see here. So our feet are not moving here. We're not even facing the right way. Interesting. So I've updated the texture, I've updated the H-frames. H-frames is 6. That's what we want. Frame. I believe the frame is what we want, but let's put that in there one more time just in case. Yeah, that looks to be the frames that we want. Alright, let's see if there's anything funky going on with any of our other... Well, first off, let's check our animation tree here. So I'm going to go into Move, go into here. Let's check, make sure that we have the... Yeah, that's the problem right there. We want our walk animation to be there, not our run. There we go. There it is. All right. Well, since we did that, so this spell position right, that's going to be the place that our spell fires whenever we're facing towards the right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move that over here because I want it firing from the orb now. So when we're facing towards the right, that is where it will be coming from. And then let's go ahead and set it for facing towards the left as well. So we're kind of switching the positions here, but it's whatever works. So let's make sure that is going correctly. Actually, I may not want to have us facing down here, because then that ball is going to be in a different spot. Like it's okay for now. If I face towards the right, yeah, then it's firing from over there now. So let's change those frames here real quick. Again, if we have time, we'll touch this up later, but the rest of this is going to be anything like what the beginning of this project up until now has been. Time is not a commodity we have a lot of. So let's go ahead and just get all of these in here. Delete these two. Get this guy over here. Okay. So now, I think the idle should be, yeah. Cool. So now it should always fire from the right place. Yep, coming from the orb. Firebomb seems to like to come from a little bit lower. And I'm not sure why that is, but we will debug that later if we have time. Okay, so main player art changed up. That's one of the things that we wanted to do today. That's good. Okay, so other goals that we have before launch. Add a few more enemies. Okay, so I added the tree ant last week. That was an enemy that I'm pretty happy with. You probably have already seen him out there, but basically the order that these enemies have been added was this guy was first. He doesn't move. He just fires his little projectile. Next was this slime. He likes to come up and then try to attack us. And then these roots that are appearing below, that's the tree ant. So there he is. So his AI right now is configured to want to avoid us. So that's why he's trying to walk away. I probably need to up his movement speed. I upped everybody else's, and I especially upped ours. I might need to down it again, though. I don't want us to be slow, but if we're just walking like this, that feels kind of fast. But anyway, so that is our most recent enemy, and he also is the only one. So if we look at these guys, they have kind of a different kind of death animation. It's just kind of a reset right now. But the tree ant has kind of like this, just he fades. So I want to get a universal death animation, and eventually maybe like a universal spawning animation for everybody. So whether that's just a fade or if I find a sprite that I like, if anybody has any suggestions, I'm all ears. But just something so that it's more universal what the death is going to look like. So let's add in one more enemy here. So I think right now what I'm doing is I am kind of sticking with a plant theme, because I'm thinking that my boss at the end of this game as it stands right now, is it this guy? Yeah, it's this guy. So I'm thinking that we'll have him spawn maybe near the top of the arena. Only thing about that is that the only attack that he really has right now that's built in that would be good for to be against a ranged mage, like what we're playing, is you see every once in a while he sticks his little roots into the ground and then they come up as spikes. These little slaps and short-range laser attacks are not really ideal for a ranged protagonist, but I am seeing the sprites that kind of come up before. I wish there was a way to pause this thing, but I guess I can just pull up the sprite sheet. So this was the Dionea. Attack 2 FX. What is this? Okay, so that's the little spikes that are going to come out of the ground, and I like those. That's kind of why I'm thinking about using them. Yeah, this. Okay, so if we come out it right here, and we have him hanging out like this, it would stop this from kind of thrashing around, which is not ideal, but it does have him holding these still, so we can do another projectile from that. Yeah. So what does, attack 1 is the slap like that. Attack 2. Oh yeah, that's the one that I think is probably the best suited as a boss for this game, where he sticks his vines into the ground. Okay, so yeah, with all of that, I'm kind of thinking that we stay in the plant enemy area. So let's see. I know that I have some mushroom type enemies. So we have an infected tree ant. That might be too close to our regular one. Like, it might not be different enough, especially if we're only going to have like 4 or 5 enemies in the game. What do you do? You're another melee enemy. That wouldn't be bad, because we have 1 melee, 2 ranged right now. So you could be maybe like a slower, tankier enemy. I don't hate that idea. Let's see, I know that I have another, here's 1 plants. Okay, yeah, these are the 2 that I already used. Yeah. Cedar and the tree ant. So that's plants and plants 2. Here's mushrooms 1. Let's see what we have there. So we have a mushroom. Okay, so same kind of idea. Something called a party mushroom. Interesting. So it would be like a stationary kind of support enemy. What do your attack sprites look like? Because we could also make you spit something. Party mushroom attack end. Party mushroom attack loop. Attack start. Okay, so that could be good for some kind of a projectile. So kind of what I did with the last enemy's projectile, I wanted like a thorn or something that was distinctly planty. So what I ended up using was basically the artist whose stuff that I've been using. His name is Admurin, Admurin, and they've been super communicative, super nice, and they also have a huge variety of stuff to use. And that is definitely, as an indie dev, what I need. So this was the first attack that all of them were using. This is our basic attack right now. But I wanted something more thorn-like. So he has these earth skills. I think it's earth. Is it earth too? Nope. Although something small like that would make sense for a little mushroom like that, but I don't want it to be so small that it gets lost in the backdrop. Yeah, here's what we used. So this is what the plants are firing right now, just on a much smaller scale, and I didn't use the put it together animation or the falling or the impact animation because I'm just trying to get it to look like a little thorn. So, okay, well, so then we would have one melee enemy and 3 ranged. 1 melee and 3 ranged. Wouldn't make sense to have that second mushroom be a short-ranged enemy, because really the only spells that we have that are ranged that would get you even close are the lightning spell. So let's hold off on that guy for now. What's a golem look like? I know that he said some of his older stuff wouldn't work as well because I don't think it has the little outline around it like these guys do. So that might not be able to be used. Whoever my current viewer is, I really appreciate you. I don't know if you're the exorbitant contest W or not, but since this is my very first time, you were my very first viewer, and I really do appreciate you sticking around, checking out what's going on here. We do have a melee plant as well, but that kind of has the same thing where he can't gap close, and I don't have like a... Oh, that's my echo. What about an ant? That's kind of... That's kind of planty. Yeah, that could work. So we can do a big one or a smaller one. I'm going to turn off whatever that is. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Echo. Stop. Sure. Let's say Alexa, open my phone. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So let's see here. Which one of these do we like better? How much does this... I mean, I think I'm going to use a different tile set for the last thing. This is something that was free from Elfin's pixel art. Super good artist as well. But it was his arena tile set, and it's good. It's good for, you know, something that I needed as a placeholder, but yeah, Abrin is working on kind of a dungeon-y tile set, and I think that it will work well for my kind of arena idea. Since we're going plant, I could also use his overworld tile set and have it kind of fit that theme a little bit better. We'll see. We got time on that. But it looks like right now, this should not be a problem in terms of blending in with the backdrop. So that's good. We like that. So let's quit out of a bunch of these. Yeah, so just in case anybody who saw this is wondering, basically I was using other enemy art to start. I had a ranged and I had a melee. So the range was this kind of rat-ish thing. So I called it rat. Obviously the plant that it now is not a rat anymore, but players won't know that it's called rat, so that's okay. And then this one that's called Rat Axe was, as it sounds, a rat enemy that wielded an axe. A slime is also not a rat, but player won't know that either. So let's get these projectiles out. We'll play more with the spawner later. These were some things that I was kind of troubleshooting before sending this out to my playtesters. And by the way, if anybody who is viewing this is interested in being one of my playtesters, reach out to me either on social media or on social media, YouTube. If there's a way to reach out to me on Twitch, I am brand new to this, so I'm sure I'll find it eventually, but those are going to be the more reliable ways. But always looking for playtesters. Basically, once something is in a place that I am comfortable with it, I will send out a test build a week, and the only thing that I ask is, let's go ahead and I'll just show you real quick, because why not? So basically the way that it works is I get in here and I will update the file here. Right now it's version 1.2. That's what we're looking at right now, minus the new art. And only thing that I ask is to take like maybe 2 minutes and fill out this feedback thing. Basically, I just want to know what version you were playing. I want to know your name. And that is just so that I can, if I have your email, so I can send you the emails letting you know that the new builds are up and everything. Then I can also make a note of whose feedback I heard back from, and I can gift you guys a free key to the game just as a thank you for your time and helping me make the game what it is. And then just asking what you like, what you hope that I would expand on, what you not like, and then any other comments that you want me to know. So should take all of like 1 or 2 minutes. If you want to put more time into it, obviously the more information that you tell me, the more helpful it will be and the more grateful I am. But any kind of feedback is awesome. So there is that. So let's get into getting in this last, for now, enemy. So we decided on Ant 1. So let's go into our enemies here, enemy sprite sheets. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to drag in the ant idle and ant move. There's not an ant attack. There's an ant attack for the large. Where are we looking at? Oh, no, not that guy. I guess the idol kind of looks like an attack. Interesting. Okay, well, that's okay. We'll make it work. I also need to update my training dummy because it's not doing anything when you hit it right now, but that is not high priority. So let's do a 2D scene here. And actually, we want this to be a character body 2D. Enemies are something that I am still kind of getting used to making, so I have to refer back to my others so that I can see what I did there so that I don't mess it up this time and make sure that I do it right. So we got a hitbox component here. Basically, the reason why I'm doing this instead of an area 2D is I mapped it so that it already has this code in it and it's already hooked up to everything it needs to be hooked up to. I got that idea from, what's his name? He does tutorials on Godot, and basically he advised this being the easiest way to do these different components. Now, I will say, when putting these together, it does make it a lot easier to just have components to add in instead of having to recode everything. So, need 2 collision shapes. And actually, not sure if... Let's turn off notifications here. Actually, I don't know if I can do that. Oh well. Okay. So collision, I actually don't know if you need 2 collision shape 2Ds here. I've just been doing it and it seems to work, so. Once I figure out that I'm being silly and you don't need it, then I will act accordingly. Okay, so we want a sprite, I don't know that I want animation player. But I guess I did it for all of the rest, so why change it now, I guess. The alternative is an animated sprite 2D. I've kind of been going back and forth on the two because animated sprite 2D is just easier. So we want a bunch of node 2Ds here. So we want to move, attack, idle, hit, death. We'll name all of those in just a minute. Health component, attack component. Oh yeah, all these. Man, I forgot that what I did last time is I just duplicated the class. Silly. Let's just duplicate it. Or duplicate the scene, not the class. Save branch scene, open documentation, instantiate sub-resources. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, I just don't know it yet. Operation can't be done. How did I do that? Did I just go like this? Nope. Alright, what do we do? That's not what I meant to do, but oh well. New scene, new inherited scene, open, close, recent save scenes. As, quick open, export as. Reload, close scene. Dang, what did I do? Because I know I just copied the whole thing. It's linking the scene. I think it's linking the scene. I know this seems like it's probably slower, but there's just several things in here that I just don't want to. Ooh, can I do a save as? Rat X. Ant. I don't think that's how I did it the first time. I don't think that's how I did it the first time, but it worked. That is what matters. Let's make sure that we didn't break anything here. There's another one. Oh, Mr. Tran. Alright, can you still attack? Yep, you can still hurt. That's good. Cool. Okay. No, we don't want to save that. Alright, so let's get in here. That's not what we want. Alright, first things first, let's check all of that. Saved? Man, that is awesome. Okay, collision, enemy, moving. Okay, so animation player is going to be the main thing that we have to immediately change here. So let's go into enemy sprite sheets, reset, let's get in where's my ant stuff? Hello? It didn't get put over here. Interesting. Okay, no big deal. Oh, is it not? Oh, it's not extracted, is it? That's why. That'll do it. Okay, ants. Now let's get you in here. Okay, so we want sprite 2D. Let's get the ant idle in here. What? How many? Oh, it's just a 1x4. Nice. Nope. Somehow that doesn't look right. Oh, there we go. All right. So let's move you. I don't like that you're flipped by default. Oh well. Alright, so let's go ahead and save the texture here. H frames, V frames, and frame. We'll do that for now. Yeah, I don't like that you're mirrored by default. And this is shared code. It's the problem. So attack position reverse. Yeah. So I need to flip you. Wonder if that's something I can do in Paint. Edit. Invert selection. That sounds promising. That. Scared. Triple Z. New layer, copy selection, erase selection, fill selection, select all, deselect. Image, crop, resize, flip horizontal. Heck yeah! That is what I'm talking about. Let's save it as something so that we don't accidentally ruin our original files. Before we do too much, let's get this new thing in there. I have absolutely no idea where that saved to. That's cool. Where'd you save to? Oh, just in there. Nice. Okay, so let's go in here. Go in here. Get, nope. Get you in here. Should be the exact same. We will save that. Let's do an idle with this flipped one. Nice. Let's go ahead and save all of this, because why not? Oh, that's all there is. Okay. Wait, I thought there was 4. Yeah, we're on... No, reset. Come on. Move that. Uh-oh. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but cool. Oh, because it's the slime. It's the slime. Okay, so here we want to save texture. That's why it started so late. Cool. Yeah, okay, fair. Yeah, now we're in the right place. Alright. So this is collision shape 2T, this collision attack area. I forget why those are separate. Oh, that's handy. Let's have it like that for now. Okay, so basically, going through puberty again. The main reason why I did not want to do the scene from scratch is just because all of these raycasts and everything is just a big old pain in the neck to redo all of that. I am going to center this a little bit better though. Hitbox component. Let's change that into a capsule because we're not a little circular slime anymore. That's going to be hard. Because I want the admin to be targetable as well. I think that's a happy medium because it gets most of it. Alright, so what are our... let's see your scale. Radius is 4 by 22. Got it. Capsule 90. And then here we want that to be 4 by 22. And then we'll just move that down to be right there. I think they should both... Nope, they don't both move even though they're duplicates. Weird. Alright, so there we go. So the question here is when the attack position moves, because that's something that I have it set to be on my slime. When it moves, will it be in the right place? Is this my move or is this my attack? Move. Okay, if attack position, attack reverse, position minus 23. Oh boy, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 22, 23. I am not convinced, but let's see. That's not terrible, actually. Nice. Okay, well. Again, we will modify that as we have time to. But for right now, I am pretty okayly satisfied with that. Okay. So... oh, we need to do the death. We need to do some kind of death animation. Okay, so what I did with the tree ant is... well, okay, so I'm going to need to... oh, and I need to do moving as well. No big deal. I don't know why H frames and P frames goof me up so much. Inexperience, I guess. Alright, so let's update the texture, the H frames, the V frames. We are in the middle of the animation again. Let's take back everything that we just did there, because it's worth doing twice. Let's goof that up again. There we go. Really, what I want to do here? No. What I want to do here is I want to not take most of this into account. Really, what I want to do is just to take, let's add this sprite 2D, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the tree ant. So we want to self-modulate. Insert key. And so I want maybe like over the course of a half second to have this just go to nothing. What happened? Ant 140 410, whatever. That's what we wanted. Where have we? Oh, dumb. Okay, so here we want modulation to be full. That's what we like. There we go. There we go. Yep. That looks excellent. So let's move. We need to flip this one too. Oh, I love how easy this is. Oh, it's so awesome. Okay. Get into over here, move flipped. Cool. I think this is a 4x1 as well. Unless it's not. I don't know why you bugged out on slide 3 there. Alright, how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Aren't we special? Okay. So we're at the beginning here, so we want to save this texture. H frames, V frames, and frames. It's gonna look weird if I cram these two. Nope, can't. Okay, understood. Let's get you up to 0.8. Value 4, value 5, okay. Six. Gotcha. Okay, so then let's put you down to 0.7. How are we looking? Are we looping this one? We are not. I'm sure that'll look smoother in the actual game. For some reason, in the editor, stuff can look janky, and it'll look fine in the game. Okay, so we got our move, got our hit, got our death. I don't know what we did over. Oh! Well, that is not ideal. Why did that get changed? Is changing this over here too? It is. Why? Okay. Alright, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to just get rid of these. Those are not yours. This is slimes. I don't remember exactly what I had before, but oh, you guys are not the exact same size anymore. $10.5, $19.5. Oh, it says you are. 13.5, negative 5.5. Okay, nope. There. Now we want to add. Honestly, if this is the most that I'm going to have to redo between the classes, it is still a good day. So let's just, for the heck of it, until this is shown to be a terrible idea, let's do that. So radius of 5, 15, negative 1. Why not? Let's make sure our collisions are where we want it. So it is an enemy melee and it detects the player. That is good. Enemy melee detects the player. Again, I don't remember why those are separate, but they are. So let's just take the plunge, really. Let's add it to the enemy spawner. Okay, enemy spawner. Let's up this to a size 4. New spawn info. Time start. Yeah, let's. Okay, so for the slime, we got it at 0. Time end 60. $120. Why not? My idea for the ant right now, sillily enough, because we have slimes here as well, is to make the slimes actually the tougher of the two, because an ant is an ant. So it would make no sense for them to be any kind of beefy. Enemies. States. Oh, down. Ant. Let's get you in here. enemy number. Let's do 1. Enemy spawn delay. Yeah. No, let's just do 1. Let's do 2. Because I want to make you kind of like, maybe like a swarmer. So let's compare those. So health component, you have 20 health. Ooh, let's do like, let's start with half. But then here, what if we did like 5 a second? Let's see what that feels like. Let's see if it'll even load. Okay, attack reverse, attack area, collision shape 2D. What are we not happy about here? Collision shape, oh. Is that it? No, because you guys need different names. On base null instance. It's gonna crash again because I did not fix anything. Oh, no. Apparently I did fix something. Oh, we just have a bunch of... Why do we have so many? Tree ant. Rat axe. Why is rat axe? Oh, what? Well, that is not ideal. Did your health get saved as 5 too? No. Okay. Alright, no big deal. Okay, no big deal. Alright, so I don't know how to get this to not sync up like this. So I'm just going to put in another one. So, well, let's keep you around for now. So I need, let's just move. Idle. Attack. Did we do anything with the death animation? We didn't really do anything with the hit. No, we didn't do anything with the hit. Death. No, we didn't do anything there. Well, yeah, okay. Whatever. We're gonna need death animation track anyway, though. And actually, I don't want it to bug out. If it's expecting a hit animation, we don't have one, so let's just do all of it. So we need sprite 2D. Let's get the texture. Let's get the H-frames. Let's get the V-frames. Get the frames. This is all the easy part of the animation. Hope that the attack animation is easy as well. Well, I guess this is the attack, so let's just... I think what I had here was monitoring. Yeah, monitoring and monitor to bowl on axe, not on attack area. Interesting. Okay. Okay. What I did there was I didn't make it monitoring or monitorable until we got to the part where the hitting would actually take place. So, like, while the monster is winding up for the hit, it doesn't make sense for the attack area to be monitoring because then the player would get hit while the monster is getting ready to attack. So, I probably have about 10 minutes or so left. So, I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to try to get this enemy implemented. If we do that, then we will have updated the player art. We will have done our first stream, which will hopefully be uploaded to the YouTube account later today. And we will have created our fourth and final enemy, at least final right now, minus the boss. So let's see what we can do in 10 minutes. So I want the, well, it already has the slime in, so that's nice. It already has everything in. What in the world? Okay, well, I'll take it. So I want this on frame 2. And what did I do here? 1.3. Oh, interesting. I made that longer. Okay, well, did it feel good? I'm just making sure this is. What are we doing? What? You know what? Gone. Hopefully it cannot cause any more mayhem. Oh wait, I didn't do anything with the attack here yet. That's why it's like that. Oh well, whatever. Still gone. Okay. Why are these all vexed? In the world? Oh. Yeah, because you're not assigned to anything, right? Okay. Well, I do not know that I'm going to be able to figure out what is going on with these animation players today, because they seem to be bound and determined to be problematic. Okay, sometimes this is just the way it is. Weird. Okay. It's weird that it wasn't even giving me an option. Well, okay, yeah. So what we're gonna do, we are going to get up our handy dandy notepad here. We're gonna say, trying to make another melee enemy from the slime scene. Not successful so far as they seem to want to share sprites and animations. And collision ships. Need to find a way to get them to act independently. Not a big deal. I think it's something that we can definitely address. Come tomorrow. But for now, I think that it is time to get on with the day. So thank you so much for joining me, my one viewer. And like I said, this is going to be uploaded to YouTube. So hopefully we can share with some other people on there. But I am going to try to be streaming every day from anywhere from 6:30 to 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. So that's like 7-ish Eastern Standard Time, if you're there, to about 9 o'clock or so Central Standard Time. So I would love for anybody who is available to join me, anybody who wants to kind of share in this development experience. We are getting ever closer to the end of the game. So it's not going to be anything that is, Hades or Hollow Knight or AAA quality. Well, maybe better than AAA quality because it's going to work on launch, but you know what I mean. But I am super happy with it. I am super proud of it so far. This is something unlike what I've done before, and I've only done one game before. So we are learning every day and getting better at this every day, and thrilled to have you guys along for the ride. So thank you very much. Hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. Bye.